everyone, it's Lisa. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you a new product from the Stamps of Life. It is called the Square Flourish die, and it comes with the shadow layer as well as the die itself. And it's a nice die to add just some accents to your card layers. And you can see I went ahead and die cut the shadow layer here and then the die in white. So you can see how detailed and intricate that is. It's really, really pretty. And when you're die cutting this top piece, which would be this piece right here, you want to make sure that you have double-sided adhesive on the back, because you can see how intricate this is. And then to try to put glue on the back of this before you adhere it to the shadow layer, it could be a little bit cumbersome. So put your double-sided adhesive on the back of your cardstock, then run the die through your die cut machine. But again, you can see how pretty that is to add some accents to your card layers. So I'm gonna make a card with this today. And what I have started out with is a piece of blueberry cardstock. This is cut down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. It's a standard A2 size. It's not a card base, it's just a card layer. And then I took my die, not the shadow layer. I'm not going to be using the shadow layer for this card. And I die cut it 4 times out of the white cardstock. So you can see I have my 4 pieces here. And I did put the double-sided adhesive on the back and then ran that through. So it is a complete sticker. And I'm just going to make a fun background pattern with this die on this layer. So what I'm going to do to get started with this is I actually die cut, in addition to the 4 that I put the double-sided adhesive on, I did die cut 4 other ones that don't have double-sided adhesive. This is just so I can get some placement of where I want this die to be on my card. So I'm just going to lay this out just for placement, because the nice thing about this is that it doesn't have the sticky on it, so it's not going to stick to this layer, but it's just going to give me an idea of where to put everything once I have it here on my card layer. So I know I want to create this fun pattern, so I'm just going to move this around until I have it where I want it. And I'm trying to get all of these points to line up. You can see that these points here are going to line up, as well as the ones on this side, as well as the ones on the top. So right here and right here. So they're not going to be even in the middle, because if I actually try to put this even in the middle and so that these points touch, then I'm going to have a problem laying this piece down and it's not going to line up correctly. So if I just spread this out just a little bit and just line this up, that'll give me a nice guide of where I want to put my piece that has the double-sided adhesive. So now I'm going to take my first piece with the adhesive and I'm going to remove one of these pieces, and then now I'm going to just line this one up with the ones that do not have adhesive. And it will extend off of this card layer, which is okay because we're going to just cut off the excess after we have everything down. All right, so I have one down. Now I'm going to just line the others up for a guide. And you want to make sure that you do this, because if you don't have a guide here to follow, you could very well end up putting this stuff in the wrong spot. And then if you're trying to create this fun looking pattern, it might not work out in your favor. So I went ahead and peeled back the adhesive backing on my next Flourish die cut. And I'm going to go ahead and remove the bottom one. And I'm going to line this one up with this point here. And this is very sticky, so this will take a little bit of patience. And then after you have that one down, just go to the next one and just repeat the process until they are all positioned where you want them. So here I'm going to line these corners up, making sure this middle one is straight. So once you have all of your squares on your card, just flip it over and then just cut off the extra part of the die that's hanging off the end of the cardstock. So next I'm going to attach this layer onto an A2 size card base. And look how pretty that is. You can either have the card going vertical or you can have it going horizontal. I think that's super pretty. For the sentiment on this card, I'm going to be using the Hello die. This is one of the add-on words for the Slimline card set. And that set came with the words hello. It also came with love and thanks and pray. And these words do not necessarily have to be for Slimline cards. They fit as well on an A2 size card base. And I love the font of these. I think they are so pretty. It's so pretty. And then the little swirls at the ends of the letters. It's just really, really pretty. So I'm going to be using the word hello. I die cut the shadow layer out of the powdered sugar white, and I also did the strawberry cardstock out of the word hello. Now you can put this either horizontally, and you can see that the space in the middle, the words just fill that up. So there's no worry about having that gap there. So it fits nicely long ways, and you can also do it you know, vertically. You can slant it to make it fit and put it on your card that way. Or if you wanted to put it straight across, you can just snip off the ends and that would be fine too. So I want this to stand up a little bit on my card. So I've also die cut that shadow layer 2 more times out of the white cardstock, and I am just going to layer these up. Here I had the 3 shadow layers and then the word hello. And you can put as many piles of cardstock as you want on here depending on how tall you want it to stand up. And I think that will add some nice dimension to my card. So I'm going to go ahead and add this to my card front. I don't want it to go completely straight. I am going to put it a little bit at a diagonal. So I'm just going to add some glue to the back. And then the last thing I'm going to do is just add a red ribbon just to bring out that red color in the word hello. And that completes this card. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.